There can be a momentary knowing of one sense field apart from a different sense field, but it's usually only to talk about it, like in a situation like this. Like I might direct attention or suggest people direct their attention to the visual field or the sound field, but in the immediate experience of it, there's not a way to actually differentiate them. It's maybe like synesthetic. So even discrete experiences don't actually exist. They only apparently exist for communication. It's just like turning over the Etch-a-Sketch and erasing it, because the next thing I say could be completely different. That feels like a whole universe that just disappeared, and who knows what's appearing next. So it's also rather disjoint. Experiences or appearances or phenomena are like exploding full on into existence at the same time, don't really exist at all. But the absorption is so complete that there's no trailing edge of experience. There's no trailing edge of an experiencer. So in the next moment, you and I could have a different conversation in a different room, and it wouldn't be you and it wouldn't be me, and it would have nothing to do with this conversation. Strangely, it's like that. That's the closest I can get to the experience, but describing the experience of it. And it gets more and more like that. Actually, it seems to get more and more disjoint and more empty. At the same time, it does get more like peaceful, I would say. It's more of a sense of just underlying peace to everything. There aren't even moments. It's not like that there are moments. The only thing that backward extrapolates the idea of a moment is that there's something moving between moments. So there's just no moments. When the illusion of time is broken, then it changes things so much in some ways. I can speak the weird thing is I can speak in terms of time. I can speak in terms of memory even, but that's not in my experience. Those aren't in my experience. It's very strange, actually. It's a very strange thing, this relative mind, but it works somehow. By telling itself that those like fibs, it allows us to function. Even the memories, like the visual images of the mind and stuff, have gotten much, much less, I don't know, believable, solid, real, frequent. There can be periods of like essentially no thought, just presence. You could maybe remember something that happened yesterday or something. And I'm not going to tell you that didn't happen. I'm just going to say it's just not here at all. Whatever that is. That's mental activity, you know? But if you look closely, you'll see that this is the only thing that's happening. It's the only thing that ever has happened. It's the only thing that ever could happen. And thus, even happening doesn't make sense. And to realize the absolute, to realize it is pretty remarkable. It's a pretty revolutionary thing. And then it goes beyond that in ways that are very paradoxical. That's why I wrote a whole chapter in my book on paradox, because it's not that you have to understand or like think in terms of paradoxes, but you're going to live in a world of paradoxes. So you would think, how can it get deeper or how can it get more clear than absolute nothingness, until you start to recognize and live the interpenetration of the relative and the absolute together. It's like just, paradoxical analogies. I think Adyashanti used the mountain of emptiness, or rock solid awareness, I think is how Nisargadatta said it. These are just poetic ways of saying it, but it's very paradoxical.